Hi, I'm AJ Gary. I'm the director of the Arkansas Division of Emergency Management. And today we're going to be talking about the Arkansas State Watch Office. And with us is Michelle Earnhart, who is the manager over the Watch Office. So Michelle, just kind of tell us a little bit about the Watch Office. Just kind of introduce Arkansas to what it is.
I'd be happy to, and thank you for the opportunity to do this because we're kind of a well-kept secret within ADEM. So we are a 24-hour watch office. We're not dispatchers. We don't dispatch people. We mainly coordinate efforts with local county officials, the county coordinators, when they are in need of something. We also monitor things throughout the state, from anything from transportation incidents to major disasters, whether they're man-made or natural disasters. We work well with all the local jurisdictions. The local coordinators for each county call in incidents on a daily basis, and we just help them with anything that they need. We also monitor the Arkansas Nuclear One, just in case there's any kind of event that goes on there. We can let officials know all the way up to the governor's office. And then lastly, we work with the nuclear planning program that we just got underneath us, and we support them in case there is a disaster at the power plant, and then those counties will help get them the resources they need as well. So that's basically what we do on a day-to-day basis, and it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year.
So for the local jurisdictions, we have 75 counties in Arkansas.
Correct.
Every county has a county emergency manager.
Correct.
Works for the county.
Yep.
And then at the state level, we have 7 what we call area coordinators across the state, and they work with those county emergency managers.
Correct.
So how does the Watch Office help those jurisdictions and help the area coordinators as they're going through their job?
Sure. So basically, if there is something that a coordinator cannot resource, they have mutual aid. They get with their area coordinators and see if there's something that they can resource from them as well, with their connections throughout the counties and bordering counties. If they can't get the resources that they need, say it's blankets for an emergency shelter or bottled water, something like that, then they'll call the Watch Office, report what they've got going on within their county, say, we've resourced out, this is what we've got, but we need more. This is what we're looking to get. And then that's when we start coordinating those pieces with the emergency support functions known as our ESF partners. And those can be state agencies, and then they can, disperse that whatever that resource is to that county to help them complete the task.
All right, awesome. So I know one of the things that surprised me when I started working in this field was the number of search and rescue missions that we have across the state. We're the natural state. People love to be in the outdoors.
Yep.
So kind of walk us through what takes place when there's a search and rescue mission and how your Watch Office is involved.
Yeah, there are a lot, and it surprised me as well. I know, I'm a hiker myself, so I knew that there were, times where there would be people that would get stranded, get lost, hurt on a trail or whatever, but I just really didn't know the process until I started working at ADEM as well, and it's a very interesting one, and it's a great partnership. So we work with different entities, whether they're private or they're, all the way up to the National Guard. So say that there is a hiker that has gotten in a remote spot on a hiking trail and they've gotten hurt, and it's life or death. And you got rangers, park rangers, or you've got rescue teams that are in there, and they need to extract them out, and they can't do it safely. They can't get the equipment in there that they need, and they can't get the vehicles in there that they need because it's too remote. Well, they'll reach out to the local coordinator, and the local coordinator will work to see if there's something within the area that they can do to get them out. If they can't, then that's when they call the Watch Office. So the Watch Office will take in the information, try to get down to the exact location of where the person is, and then they will, tell us what they need. And that can be anywhere from, the game and fish to come in all the way up to the National Guard and the helicopter and to get them extracted out. And then at that point, we push it up to you, and then you get the governor approval if the National Guard is needed. And then we work with them, and then they in turn work with the coordinator to get that person out safely.
All right, great. And that's the National Guard is a great resource for us. We call on them quite often, and they do a lot of training with our search and rescue team.
Correct.
So that they can actually, if somebody's on a cliff or in an area you can't pull them out, they can drop a basket down from a helicopter and lift them back out and get them to safety.
Yeah, it's really a good teamwork, good effort.
Absolutely. And it really is all about teamwork.
Absolutely.
Because the watch office, y'all, whatever's needed, whatever, resource that's needed, y'all go out and try to find it.
Absolutely.
And blue sky days, it's pretty much up to that watch office to locate resources in that.
Correct.
And then when we're in a disaster, that focus kind of shifts, or those duties kind of shifts a little bit.
A little bit.
Can you kind of tell us how that works, how that changes?
Yeah, so like you said, when a disaster happens and the watch office becomes overwhelmed, because we are looking at the whole state, we're not just focused on one, disaster in the state. We're looking at the whole state, every minute of the day. So when we become overwhelmed, we get with the senior leadership, and then we activate our Emergency Operations Center, known as our EOC. At that time, once that EOC is staffed and they're, taking on that incident, that one disaster, then we kind of scale back and we go back to monitoring everything else that's in the state. However, we support the EOC. We're right there with them. Any information that's coming in over radio systems, over satellite radio capabilities that we have, anything that comes in, we support the state EOC, and we let them know what's going on. We pass that information on to them. So we're not completely out of it. We're just supporting the Emergency Operations Center.
All right, perfect. And one of the probably a very critical piece that y'all do is alerting.
Yes.
So we use a national alerting system when things are really bad and we've got to get information out. So kind of walk us through the IPAWS, what that is and how that works. Yeah,
so IPAWS is a federal FEMA run entity. It's a program that is monitored by them. Each state has it, and counties can also have it as well. I think right now, we're up to 6 or 7 counties that actually have IPAWS, and it's a good tool to have for alerting systems because it's integrated. So what I mean by integrated is it's not only comes out on your phones as a little text message and that annoying sound to get your attention in the middle of the night, but it also comes across the TV and your local radio stations. So it goes across many platforms, and that's what I mean by integrated. So it's a very helpful tool that we have in our back pocket and several counties have in their back pocket to use to get the message out that needs to be, sent out to the public to give them the warning that they need of something that's imminent in their area.
Right.
Yeah.
No, and this is probably a good time too to remind everybody about the importance of having their cell phones set so that they can receive those notifications.
Yes, absolutely.
And I know ADEM has put out some public service announcements actually showing people that may not know the steps to set their phone up so that they can receive these alerts.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very important. And if you do have those set up, it not only will help you in the state of Arkansas, but as you're traveling, it'll pick up whatever area you're in. If you're, in Alaska, it'll pick it up. It won't just pick up for Arkansas. It'll pick up for whatever state you're in. So it is a good tool.
Awesome. So one asset, one resource that we have is the mobile command vehicle.
Correct.
So I know we deploy it from time to time. So kind of tell us about that, because that's also managed under your job.
Yeah, it's our responsibility to deploy, set up, man, and then bring back home. So our mobile command vehicle is a very good asset. It is a communications on wheels, is like I like to say. It's pretty interesting. We have satellite capability, cell phone capabilities that ping off of that satellite. We have cache radios available, workstations, a conference room. It's just a one-stop shop. So we can deploy that if a county has had a disaster. I know in previous situations we've had tornadoes or flooding events where buildings have been compromised and they've needed to move. So we've set it up in a safe space and they've been able to run it, their comms or meetings, whatever the case may be, out of that mobile command vehicle. We've also supported lots of other things that don't necessarily happen during disaster time. We've supported the state fair with the state police and Pulaski County, MIMS, that sort of thing, giving them a place where they can work out of during the fair. And then we've gone to local events like Perryville. They had a October safety event for the kids, and we went and set up and just educational purposes. So if a county needs it, they can call the watch office and they can say this is what we've got going on, and then we can get them what they need.
All right. So I know during disasters, one of the main things that we have to work with the locals on is gathering information,
Correct.
like how much damage there is and tracking that information. So we recently started, branching out with a database that we use to get our local county emergency managers access to it. Some of our ESFs also have access to it. And it's called WebEOC. So kind of tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, WebEOC is a great tool because anyone with a login can access that. And we have started training the local coordinators how to enter in incidents. So they can go in and give us the information that we need. Now, sometimes we do have to call them back because we need precise information as far as if we have a search and rescue, we might need the lat and the long to give the coordinates to the helicopter pilot so that they can accurately get the helicopter where they need to go. But as far as WebEOC, it is a great tool. We can capture anything from human impacts to jurisdictional to facility closures. You name it, we can put it in this database, and it is a great source, and anyone can see what's going on at any time during a disaster. They can keep up to date with shelters, warming and cooling centers. Like I said, you name it, we've got it in there, and anybody at any time can see it. You can see everything that's going on, and the coordinators can go in there and they can add what they need. They can add updates, and they can see, hey, I've got somebody in another county that is asking for something. I've got that resource, and then they can reach out and use that as a coordination piece as well. So it's a very great tool to have.
Well, awesome. Well, Michelle, we appreciate you explaining your role in the Arkansas State Watch Office. So if some of the listeners want to know more information about IPAWS or the command vehicle, where can they go to get that additional information?
So IPAWS, you can find out more information, or if a county is looking to get the alert system, they can go on FEMA and go into the IPAWS system. They can read more about how it works, and then there's the form to fill it out. If the mobile command vehicle is something that you're looking for an event, or if it's disaster time and you want to request it, then you can reach out to the watch office and you can ask for me personally, and I will get you the form to fill out, and we'll go from there and we'll get you what you need.
All right. Awesome. Well, again, Michelle, thank you for doing this, but also thank you for the work that you do every day.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate the opportunity today.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks.